Grand Rising, everyone. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope everything is fine. And I hope your week is going as planned. This is Déjà, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empires free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality. I talk about personal and self-development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. Let us talk about old souls today. Now, there's something I want to say, guys, fam. Something I want to say that is very important. You need to understand. Not all chosen ones are old souls. Listen closely, guys. This is very important. Not every chosen one is an old soul. Are you following, guys? Yeah? You might have to write this down. Not every chosen one is an old soul. I'm going to make a whole video on why you are finding a lot of chosen ones attacking each other, struggling to fight around amongst each other for nothing. You're wasting time. Ladies and gentlemen, instead of doing what it is you need to do, you are now fighting against each other. You're all chosen ones. Listen, not every chosen one is an old soul. But all old souls are chosen ones. Are you now starting to catch up the reason why you guys have started fighting around? Oh, that one is not chosen one. This is not a chosen one. Even the narcissists are starting to speak about chosen ones. You know, all out of the blue, they are now chosen ones. Narcissists themselves, they are now chosen ones because they don't understand who is a chosen one. Not all chosen ones are old souls, but all old souls are chosen ones. So now that you have understood, let that sink in. When it sinks in, you'll now understand the reason as to why a lot of chosen ones are biting each other for nothing and they're wasting a lot of time. Old souls feel like they have already been here before. The term itself is self-explanatory. They feel that they have got a very old soul, okay? Normally they have got that feeling like they've already been here before. They've already been here. It's nothing new, okay? They have already been on this rim for a couple of timelines. Maybe 3, 4, 5, I don't know, 10, maybe more. They have a very old soul. We may be talking about a soul that has been incarnating here for about 50 times or more. So that is what I'm talking about when I say old souls. Now, for you to know that you are old soul, there are some signs I want to give you in this video. As an old soul, you're a person who is very, very introverted, okay? You're very introverted. You normally spend a lot of your time alone. Now, I've told you in the beginning of this video, not all chosen ones are old souls, but all old souls are chosen ones. A lot of chosen ones, there is chosen ones who are extroverted. You know, a lot of them, these young star seeds and chosen ones, you see them in pubs, you see them in the circus. Sometimes you can see them here and there all over the place. They are extroverted, okay? But a lot of old souls, if not all, many old souls that you will know, they are introverted. I would be very interested to know if there's an old soul out there who is extroverted. Let us know in the comment section. If you are there, you are extroverted, I'll be very glad to hear about you. But the ones that I've seen, they are staying in their own room reading a book, maybe watching a film, maybe watching a documentary, maybe doing some self-care. It can be anything, but they are very introverted people. Old souls, they like to be alone. It's not about they don't like people. They do like people. Okay? They like people. They have a lot of love and respect for people, but they enjoy their time alone. And yet I've told you on the other side, chosen ones, there's many chosen ones who are extroverted. You can find them mixing with pretty much everyone. They are all over the place, and they can be in any place at any time. So those are the fresh ones. Okay, I'll do a whole video on this whole thing so that we get this whole thing clear. So you guys stop fighting against each other because you think you're chosen and the other one is not chosen. You're going to get it twisted. You're going to lose track of your path, and you're going to spend time fighting against other chosen ones. You're going to waste time. You're going to waste time, and it's not going to end well. So introverts, a lot of them are old souls. They are locked up in their room. They don't want to be bothered. You don't see them in concerts. You don't see them in the pubs having beers or whatever. They're in their own room doing their own thing. Number 2, sign that you are an old soul. You are a very highly empathic individual. Now, yes, I've told you, all chosen ones, not all chosen ones are old souls. Even chosen ones are empathic. An old soul, and I will tell you the reason as to why an old soul is a very empathic person. I've told you an old soul has already been here for so many lifetimes. And they have dealt with every race of humanity you can think about. They could have spent a lifetime in China. They could have spent a lifetime in Peru. They could have spent a lifetime in what is that place called? Those Icelands and what? They have dealt with every individual you will think about on this planet. So they understand human nature on a very deep level. Something that many chosen ones do not understand. Is why I've told you many chosen ones are not all souls. Not all of them. Some are, some are not. So these people, because they have dealt with human nature for a very long time, they have understood how to deal with people and how to empathize with different types of people regardless of who they are. Okay? Empathy is their signature. They are very empathic people. Are you guys following? You might have to write this down. It's very important. Number 3. All souls may be spiritual people. May come out to be spiritual people. They are pretty much into spirituality, okay? All souls do not conform with religion. I've told you we are talking about old souls. We may be talking about a soul that has been like 5,000 years. A 5,000-year-old soul that has already been here 5,000 or 10,000 years ago. Now, religion is man-made. We all know that. It's not a secret. And religion is recent. All souls have existed even before the birth of religion. Are you guys following? This is very deep stuff. You have to write it down. All souls have 5,000, 10,000, even more years. Their souls are very old to that extent that their souls do not recognize religion. Religion is just recent, okay? It has been man-made and it's recent. But all souls have been here even before the birth of religion. Regardless of what religion you want to talk about, whether it is Islam, whether it is Jehovah, whether it is what, actually I'm going to do a whole video on this. So those people, they tend to practice spirituality. They meditate. They go trek in the mountains. They connect with Mother Gaia. They do everything that is spiritual, but they are not pretty much into religion. If you come close to an old soul, even if they are not awakened, because eventually an old soul is going to wake up, you will notice that they are not pretty much attached to religion. Personally, when I was in my family, back in the years, many years ago, family used to go to church, okay? By then, we're talking about a big family. Me, I was always the one that stayed at home. So I always stayed home, okay? I didn't want to engage with church. Even when I was in school, I didn't participate in what they was doing in the religious whatever practices. So sometimes we used to have those churches. We used to go. Me, I would sit at the back. I was not bothered with the church stuff and everything. Old souls, they are spiritual. They are not religious individuals. Number 5. Are we on 4 or 5? We're on 4. They are not. Number 4. They are not bothered with. Old souls are people who are not bothered with material possessions. Okay. Is what I've told you guys. Not all chosen ones are old souls, but all old souls are chosen ones. Are you guys following now where this thing is coming from? We have a lot of chosen ones who are dreaming about Bentleys, Rolls Royce, and all these flashy kind of things, jewelry, bling bling, and stuff like that. They are chosen ones who are in that category. They are chosen, but they are drawn to those kind of stuff. Jewelry and this, golds and silver chains and stuff, bling bling, Rolls Royce. They are drawn to that lifestyle. But an old soul is a very simple guy, man or woman. You may find an old soul who is wearing only one pair of jeans for the whole week. Or sometimes you can find an old soul who is wearing the same pair of shoes for the whole month. They have got a very simple lifestyle. I've told you these people, they are very old souls. You can best believe they have already seen it all. Okay? So they are not really into a rush, going to run around and jump into material stuff because it is something that is new to them. No. They are not bothered with that. So old souls are people, individuals, that are not material. They don't attach themselves to material possessions. Yes, some of them can be rich, they may get money, accumulate wealth and stuff, but they may even decide to go and live a very simple lifestyle off-grid. Build a small hut in the bushes and whatever, grow their own food, take care of their own animals and stuff, grow their own chickens and stuff. Very simple lifestyle. Yes, like I've said, not all of them. Some of them may be wealthy and they may have this wealthy lifestyle, but they are not very drawn. They are not so attracted to that lifestyle. Okay? Sign number 5. Someone may be an old soul. You might remember that for the longest of time, since you was a kid, many people used to call you strange. Some people used to call you weird, mysterious. A lot of guys who came close to you, they could almost feel they cannot read your language. They cannot basically understand what you're all about. So this is also what caused you to get isolated from many people, because many people was like, we cannot deal with this kind of individual because we don't know who they are. We don't understand what they want. We don't know what they are up to. So basically, a lot of people, maybe you was in school, they used to call you strange, you was weird, or all these names and terms like that. Okay? There was nothing wrong with you. The truth of the matter is that you had a very old soul, and that is what caused a lot of people to misunderstand you and to call you weird and strange. But there was nothing wrong with you. You simply had an old soul, and that's what it is. Another sign that a person is an old soul you are an individual who likes to think for yourself. Okay? Is what a lot of times you have gotten into trouble with your parents. Many times your parents told you, oh, you need to go and become a lawyer. You was like, no, I want to go and become a farmer. And you was even giving them reasons as to why you cannot become a lawyer, because it's a waste of time, because it's this, because it's that. You're telling them you will go grow your chickens, take care of animals and stuff like that. So you have always been thinking for yourself. And most of the times your parents thought you was very rebellious. Actually, that's also another sign on its own. You was very rebellious in nature to that degree where it got you into trouble with your parents. Okay? You refused to conform with your parents. So you have also been a critical thinker. So in the sense whereby you call the spade a spade. Okay? You don't go around in circles trying to sugarcoat things. You use your brain, and whatever you see is what you will speak. You will say it as it is. So sometimes people are telling you that you are very blunt. I don't know what they call it. You are very straight to the point. Okay? So basically, an old soul is a person who has always been thinking for themselves. Because you have a soul that can recognize the difference between the truth and illusion. Your soul knows that this pastor in that church is lying. Your soul knows that that teacher is telling us lies. Your parents are lying to you. So you go back and take some time to reflect, and then you're going to be thinking critically about whatever is going on around you. You're a critical thinker. You think for yourself. You don't want to think like everybody else. Everybody else depends on what the books have said, what the church told us to do, what the class told us to do, what the parents told us to do. You have been a person that has always been thinking for yourself. Is why I've told you sometimes it could have gotten you into trouble because you chose to think for yourself. Okay, all souls. So you're a critical thinker. Definitely, you are an old soul. Another one, which is very likely. Do you guys remember in the Bible the story of Jesus when a lot of people used to gravitate towards Jesus? Now, you guys, when you hear me talking about these things of Bible, there are some scriptures I read. I read back in the days, and they make some sense. Even when you try to translate them into spirituality, they still do make a lot of sense. Okay. Now, you know that I'm a Bible scholar. Sometimes when you hear me mentioning some other things that was in the Bible, stuff like that, I don't even know a lot about the Bible. People used to gravitate towards Jesus. People used to gravitate. I'm giving you an example. This is a good example, and they needed advice. Okay, Jesus was a young kid, and there was a lot of people older than him that felt like he was blessed with a certain type of knowledge. So is why you saw a lot of times people gravitate towards Jesus. So there's a very big chance that Jesus was an old soul. Okay? Now, old souls, you have been young in schools, whatever, when you was in kindergarten, primary, you saw a lot of these people gravitating towards you. And when you started growing up, you could see a lot of times even older people coming to you for advice. Because you have got a soul that overstands human nature to a level and a degree that nobody else can comprehend. Is why so many people find it comforting to come to you because they need one or two or three pieces of advice about their life. Okay? And this has nothing to do with your age. You may be 10 years or 12, 15 years. You see guys who are 30 years, 40, they are gravitating towards you and asking you different stuff. They feel on the spiritual level there is something that you know that they don't. And they need that advice from you. Okay? Are we together, my chosen ones? So, another one sign that you are an old soul is you might remember that ever since you started dating, you have always been dating older people. Now, I'm not saying that you was dating grandmothers, And grandfathers. Okay, guys, don't get it twisted. He wasn't dating grandmothers. You could even update grandmothers if it was necessary, or if it was possible. But you have been dating people that are probably even twice your age. Now, because I've told you, you have got a very old soul. And normally, what really happens is you always wanted to engage, be around people that are around that age, older, because your soul could feel like these people, maybe they are your tribe. On the physical, they're not your tribe on the physical. They're older than you on the physical, okay? You see them, they're older than you, 2 times older than you, whatever. But your soul kind of feels comfortable around people that seemed to be way older than you. So even sometimes your friendships was with older people. Your relationships was with older people, okay? You was always around older people and you was a young kid. So if you're a person who was in school, maybe let's say you was in Form 1 and you found yourself associating with people in Form 10 or 8, whatever, depending on your education system where you were, then eventually we are talking about an old soul. You're a person that is an old soul, okay? That is why you have always been drawn to be around all the people who are way older than you. Now, there is something they call, I don't know if they call it Déjà vu. What is that thing called? That one's the last sign, and it's a very powerful one, actually. Do they call it Déjà vu when you feel like you have that moment of Déjà vu? So sometimes you run into a place and you feel you have been there before. Okay? You feel that I have been in this place. You are convinced you have been in that place before. You don't know why, how, when, or how, but the place looks familiar to you. So you're looking around, and this is very strange. Guys, listen, this one is very strange. It's a new building. Let's say, for example, it's a new building. That building has been built like 3-4 years ago. So you came into that building, and you feel something in your soul tells you that you've already been in that building before. Now, are you guys twisting, starting to figure out why we say life is spiritual? Okay, this whole thing is spiritual. Whatever we've been told, it's all been messed up. A lot of things haven't been told to us. You will enter a building that has just been built 2-3 years ago. It is your first time in that building, and you are going to have that moment of like you have been there before. You could even sometimes feel like you have been in this building multiple times. Or sometimes you could have dreamt about being in a certain place a couple of years ago, maybe 5, 6, 10 years ago. And after some time, you found yourself, by some miraculous reason, in that particular place that you dreamt 10 years ago. We're talking about an old soul. That is a very big sign, powerful one. You are an old soul. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know which of these signs we could. You know, most of my videos I give you the biggest signs. But I mean, if I will go live, I've not been live streaming for the last I don't know how long. Maybe we shall go live at some point. Those are some of the signs, ladies and gentlemen. You are an old soul. Okay, so let us know which of them resonates with you in the comments below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session, donate, or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Déjà signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.